Good morning, guys. I hope you are all healthy and fine. Today we will start chapter 11 in your book. It talks about bisector of an angle. What do we mean by bisector? What's the definition? The bisector is a semi-straight line. Semi-line, it means limited from one side O and unlimited from the other side, which is U. Unlimited means I can extend this line as much as I want. This semi-line or this bisector divides an angle into two equal adjacent angles. What do we mean by that? Here, the angle is X or Y. How to name an angle? I have to write the vertex at the middle. From one side, it's OX, and from the other side is OY. So it's angle XOY or YOX. Now, OU is the bisector of this angle. It divides XOY into two equal parts. The first angle is XOU and the second angle is UOY. Given that XOY equals to 60 degree, to find the measure of each of these angles, I have to say that XOU equal to UOY. What's the half of 60? XOU equals to 60 over 2, which is 30 degrees. Okay, why I'm dividing by 2? Since the bisector divides the angle into two equal parts. So, as I told you, 60 divided by 2 equals to 30 degrees. So, the measure of angle XOU equal to 30 degrees and also UOY equals to 30 degrees. Okay, they are equal adjacent angle again. Now, OU is the bisector of XOY, so to find the measure of angle XOU or UOY, they are angles equal to each other, I have to divide XOY by 2. Okay? Can draw the bisector of an angle by either a protractor or a compass. Here, the angle is XOY. How to find how to draw the bisector of angle XOY? This bisector, I will name it OU. It's limited from O and unlimited from U. That's why the symbols here are different. Okay, we put the sign on the limited point. We bring our protractor, which we find in geometrical set. XOY equals to 130 degree. The bisector here divides the angle into two equal angles. So 130 divided by 2 equal to 65 degrees. What to do? Look, honey, here I have to put the zero of the protractor on one of its sides. So, or semilines. What to do here? I have to count 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65. It's between 60 and 70 here. So I plot a point here and then I remove my protractor and draw the semiline OU. Now I can say that XOU equals here XOU equal to UOY equal to 65 degrees. What are the properties of a bisector? Since OU is the bisector of XOY, this means that OU is the axis of symmetry of XOY. Here it's an axis of symmetry. So, any point on the bisector is equidistant from both sides of the angle. Then I can say that EF equals to EG. Any point on OU is at equal distance from OX and OY. That's why I say EF equal EG. In other words, OU is the axis of symmetry. The bisector of an angle is formed of equidistant points on the side of this angle. This means that here, if I plot a point here, so this segment is equal to this segment here. Any point on the bisector is equidistant or having the same distance from OX and OY. And when I talking about distance, I mean that any perpendicular drawn from the bisector to OX. Okay? Let's solve exercise 2, page 166. O is the center of this circle. What is the bisector of each angle below? The first angle is AOK. AOK. This is the angle here. What is the bisector? Since here I have 30 degrees at both sides, then I can say that OL is the bisector of angle AOK. Now, COG, this is angle COG, this angle. It divides into 4 equal angles, each one of them equal to 30 degrees. So, 4 angles, here is 60 degrees, and here the angle measure 60 degrees, so I can say that OE is the bisector of COG. Now, what's the bisector of EOI? This is EOI, this angle. What's the bisector? Here I have 1, 2, 3, 4. It divides it into 4 equal angles. So, what's the semiline that is found between them and cuts them into 2 equal parts? It's OG. Here is 60 degrees, and from the other side it's 60 degrees. So I can say that OG is the bisector of EOI. Now, EOK, this angle, which is formed of 180 degrees, it's a straight angle. Let's count. Here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. It divides it into 6 equal angles, each one of them equal to 30 degrees. I know that the bisector divides the angle into 2 equal angles, so let's say that this angle colored in yellow is equal to this one. Okay, another angle, and then another angle. So the 3 angles together here for 90 degrees, and from the other side these 3 angles together form 90 degrees. So clearly I can say that OH is the bisector of angle KOE or EOK. They are the same. And please don't forget to put this sign above the vertex to represent an angle, okay? GOI. GOI. This angle here, GOI. The bisector should divide the angle into 2 equal angles. They are here 30 degrees. They are 2 equal angles. What's the semiline that's in the middle? OH is also the bisector of angle GOI. Thank you for your attention.